There we go. All right, can you hear me now? Make sure can you hear me now? Make sure y'all can hear me now. Make sure you can hear me now. Chris, can you hear me now? All right, Miss Quisha said you can hear me. Good. That's good. That's good. That's good. We are in the building. Yes, your boy. We are back. It's Tuesday night. Y'all already know what time it is. It is HBCU OverDrive Top 10 Live Show brought to you in conjunction with HBCU OverDrive Live. Make sure you like the stream. Make sure you comment, share, and most of all, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell to get everything HBCU OverDrive. And as always, you know how we do it. Excuse me. You know how we do it. You know how we do it for 2023, 24. Man, if you want to become a subscriber, all you have to do is just hit that subscribe button. Jump out of the live. All you have to do is just hit the subscribe button and subscribe on YouTube. Also, if you want to join me and follow me on Twitter and Instagram, just hit me up at HBCU_OverDrive. All right. And as always, if you want to become an exclusive member of the family, just hit that join button on the outside of the chat, on the outside of the space, and hit the join button. We have the 2 tiers. We have the blue. We have the purple. Everything that you do, become a member, your money goes towards something very special. And it goes towards basically building the brand of what we have with HBCU OverDrive. Also, it goes towards initiatives, it also goes towards equipment, and it also goes towards travel costs. Does not go into my pocket. And as always, if you don't want to do it on there, you can always send the donations through Cash App or through send it through Super Chat. Like I said, as I said before, goes towards initiatives, travel costs, equipment does not go into the pocket. And you see we got who we got up in the building right now. Let me see. But as always, I got my assistant, the main moderator, Miss Aquay. Tell everybody, say hey, what's going on? But we got Leonard Chat up in here. I didn't get a chance to do my slides because one, I was at work, and then another thing too, it was we had a big storm through here, y'all. So y'all have to kind of excuse everything what was going on. But I will have a surprise for everybody. I will have a surprise for everybody when it is time for it to come about with my top 10. So with this, I'm gonna start going to do this early in the day on Tuesdays, probably in the morning time, to trying to get, make sure we get enough time to do what we have to do, and plus make sure I get enough time to actually go to work and stuff like that. My phone is jumping. But we are here. We got 28 people that's watching right now. Make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the like button. The like button is always free to hit. The like button is free to hit. Um, give some shout outs. First of all, give a shout out to Dr. Dr. Strong, who he hits me up regularly because he sees this platform and this channel as a brand. Um, you know, constructive criticism. I get it on all sides, even from the missus. I get constructive criticism from everybody, and so basically, this is how we want to try to get everything the way it's supposed to be, and that way it will be this show would be successful. Um, so we're going to try to get some more things going on as far as with more light in the table and some more chairs and stuff like that. We got Mr. Israel up in here. What's going on, man? We got Jay White up in here in the building. It's for them. It's Magic City. It's classic time for them. Leonard, it's homecoming for y'all at the what y'all call it, the highest of 7 hills. I guess that's what y'all call it. You got my man me at Mike up in here, who put out an interesting tweet. So to say, man, that kind of I ain't say had my blood boiling, but it had me rolling. I couldn't stop laughing while I was putting up stuff at the when I was putting up like stuff at the store. So he had me rolling on Twitter, man. And then got Miss Quisha. How you doing, Miss Quisha? Got Chris Dukes is always up in here, man. We got my boy No Slack in the Swag. What's good, Jay? And we got my guy, my brother, you know what I'm saying, from another mother, Chuck Hunt, live from Monroe, Louisiana, man. So we got, getting a little, people coming in here and there. Got my boy Blue up in here. Only reason why it's late night because I got off at 8 o'clock and I ride the bus, so I ain't trying to, no, I don't know. I ain't nobody need to know that, but hey, I put it out there myself. But Miss Amber's up in the building. Make sure how you doing? Y'all speak to my moderators. The moderators is up in here. Lord Jesus, we got we got Whitley up in here. She ain't no Wildcat fan. She Jackson State. Fabulous 50. What's happening, man? What's happening? What's happening? But yeah, we got 32 people up in here. Make sure we get 32 likes, y'all. We got 32 people watching. Make sure we get 32 likes. And the missus, she's on, I know she is in the room. She listening and watching from, closely. Hey, look, Quay. Yes, I live in a big city, but on my street, it's basically like the bus that I ride. It comes once every 40 minutes. Oh snap! We got my boy Melanated Righteously up in here. Big Bama State. It's classic week. What up, Kelly Flicks? What's happening, bro? What's happening? Inglewood up to no good up in here. It is classic week. We're gonna get into that today. But let's start off. Let's start off right now with my D2 top 10 rankings. All right. So we're gonna start off with from the Division 2, and then we're gonna make our way to Division 1, and then we're gonna have a big old big old fight between Bama State, the Hornets, and the Pound Puppies. My bad, not Pound Puppies, y'all Paw Patrol. The Bumblebees and Paw Patrol. We're gonna have a big old fight up in here. What's going on? What's up? Y'all come on to the stream once I finish up with that, and I want to see why. I want to hear why either Bama State or A&M is going to win the Classic this weekend. And my boy Melanator always tell me, we talk on Twitter all the time. He texts me all the time. It's retribution season. Oh, and then he puts out the oh my God, he put out the he put out the funeral bit for the Paw Patrol. Hey, my boy Josh already gave A&T the ag, he called in the Paw Patrol. I mean the Pound Puppy. So I got to go with Paw Patrol. It's something that my daughter will watch all the time. But anyway, man, we gonna start off with at number 10 for the D2 rankings. We're gonna start off with Johnson C. Smith coming in at number 10 at 5-3. They took a loss to Fayetteville State down in Fayetteville for Fayetteville's homecoming. It wasn't a blowout. It was a close game in that one. Looking to see what they will do to bounce back. At number 9, we got Allen coming in at 5-2. And the reason why I got Allen dropped down so much is because of the fact that they had a 14-point lead against Miles. And I think this was Miles' homecoming, to be exact. And the next thing you know, Miles run off 28 straight in the second half. 28 straight in the second half to pull that game away. I do like this Allen team, but it's some things that I don't like. For one, they don't have the defense can be non-existent. That's the reason why they're in shootouts all the time. Also, the quarterback, David Wright, which I do like. I like David Wright. He can get that gunslinger mentality, but he can throw you into games. He can also throw you out of games. And he has that gunslinger mentality where he's going to let it rip and, let it fly. Yeah, Kelly, man, that defense for Miles is A1. It's A1. It is A1, but that's the reason why I dropped Allen to number 9. Number 8 is Fort Valley coming in at 6-2. Y'all already know last Thursday they took a beat down to the top-ranked Benedict College Tigers. They come back into the game this past weekend. I forgot who they play. It's on my head. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. Let's swing. All right. So coming into the game, they did defeat Morehouse 31-3. I think this was Fort Valley's homecoming. Also, look, the only 2 losses Fort Valley has had are to Benedict and Tuskegee. The only teams that they lost to is Benedict and Tuskegee. They do have a game coming up next week, this Saturday against Virginia Lynchburg. And I think this is Fort Valley's homecoming. Virginia Lynchburg at 1:00 in Fort Valley, Georgia. Coming in at number 7 is Tuskegee, coming with a record of 6-2. Tuskegee comes into this game the week before with a loss to Edward Waters on a homecoming on a last second Hail Mary by Jaron Russell. This past weekend, they defeated Savannah State at Savannah State's homecoming 21-14. Looking to see what they bounce back. They do have Clark Atlanta coming into the shed this Saturday at 12 o'clock. Number 6 on my list is Edward Waters coming in at 5-3. I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. Coach Morgan, who is an ex-Tennessee State alum, has this team on a roll right now. In fact, on a, if I'm not mistaken, Kelly, are they on a 3 or 4 game winning streak? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So yeah, they're on like a 3-4 game winning streak. They did defeat this past weekend Albany State, 31-27. They got a game. They have this weekend. Y'all have to excuse me. They have Allen, who is, like I said, coming off a loss against Miles. This game is in Columbia, South Carolina. This is Allen's homecoming. This game is at 1 o'clock. Everybody, y'all need, if you don't watch D2 football, y'all need to watch D2 football, because I'll be real honest with you. Division 2 football looks way much right now this season looks kind of better than what we see in the SWAC and the MEAC. I'm sorry. I'm just telling y'all. Just my opinion. It's just my opinion. Coming in at number 5, we got Fayetteville State at 6-2. Like I said, they come off a win against Johnson C. Smith from their homecoming in the CIAA. They got some good football to watch in the CIAA too, so y'all need to make sure y'all catch up with that. Also, there was a defensive battle this last game. They look for them to go to Raleigh, North Carolina to play against Shaw University. That's at 12 o'clock on Saturday. Coming in at number 4 is the Miles Golden Bears at 6-2. Ever since Miles lost to Benedict, it seemed like Coach Sam Shea has his team on a road, just on a mission to get themselves in position for the championship game. I think Miles is getting hit. Coach Shea is getting Miles back in the position for the SIAC championship game against Benedict. They want that rematch. They felt like they could have been in that game. That game was different in the second half from what you saw in the first half. They felt like they could have won that game against Benedict. I feel like they felt like they could have won that game against Benedict. They go out there, like I said, they put 28 straight points in the third quarter in the second half against Allen University, and also pretty much take the dub away from Allen. If their game was Allen to win, Miles wanted it more. They have Albany State. I think this is, if I'm not mistaken, would this be Albany's homecoming this weekend? So make sure y'all, if you can, if that game is on HBCU Go, y'all check that out. That's a 1 o'clock kickoff right there. Miles, I'm just being honest with everybody. Miles is a team that I don't think a lot of teams right now, and if they're put in a good position in the playoffs, if they get that playoff bid and they get a good position, they might scare some teams. Or if they, let's just say they get to the championship game, they lose championship game. What did they go? What did they get? Picked for the Beach Bowl, which is the equivalent for the D2 celebration. I mean, for the Celebration Bowl in D2. What did they get that? Who in the CIAA wants to play this Miles team? Who in the MEAC? Who in the CIAA wants to play this Miles team? I'm just saying. Coming in at number 3 is the surprise of the weekend. It was Virginia State. Virginia State losing to Elizabeth City 17-16 on Saturday. They were 7-0. Now they're 7-1. I'm looking at it. I think Coach Parker is looking at his team and saying, how can you let one slip away from you? And that's how you let it slip away. But they can redeem themselves this coming weekend, this Saturday, against Lincoln, Pennsylvania. That's a 1:00 kickoff. That game is coming from Petersburg, Virginia. Make sure y'all check that out on the CIAA. Coming in at number 2 is Virginia Union at 7-1. Look, they keep rolling after that loss. After their one loss, they have Bluefield State going to Bluefield State, West Virginia this weekend at 12. They took on Lincoln, Pennsylvania, shut them out 57-0 this past Saturday. They're on the road this Saturday to go on to Bluefield State. That's a 12:00 kickoff. I got them at number 2 and sitting at number 1 at 8-0. And to me, the reigning defending Division II HBCU national champs is the Benedict Tigers out of Columbia, South Carolina. Look. Look. First of all, this past weekend was Benedict's homecoming. Second of all, they had a big raucous crowd that went into Johnson Stadium, a little bit more of the over about 14,000 that was in the stadium, who I don't know how many was out of the stadium. And they proceeded to take Kentucky State to the woodshed 63-13. That is the most points Benedict has scored in 50 years, if I'm not mistaken. That is the most points Benedict has scored in 50 years. Who in the CIAA wants to see this team? Now, I would want to see it either between Union or Virginia State. I would like to see that, but I want to see that rematch against them and Miles. I want to see what they got. I want to see what they got, because that would be a rematch for the ages. Yeah, melanated man, that Virginia State loss kind of took a lot of people out. That Virginia State loss took a lot of people out in the CIAA. It was a surprise because we on the board with HBCU nightly, and we say, look, we thinking that Virginia State has it in the bag because we want to see that matchup between Union and State. Now, both of them coming in with one loss apiece makes it more interesting for that CIAA. No doubt, bro. No doubt. They look way much better this season than what we seen last season. Um, that defense, that front seven is nasty, 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 nasty for Benedict. Y'all have not watched a Benedict Tigers game. Y'all need to check out the game. Like I said, D2 football is where at this season. It's like Division Two HBCU football is where at this season right now. Not to take anything off from the SWAC and the MEAC, but just watching those schools in that division right there is like so. It's I don't know. I think when you look at it, when you pay attention, you look at it, it's like watching a better brand of football. Yeah, Blue Lou Danellis, and I forgot the kid that's on the other side. I know both. I know I got the other kid on the other side. I got him on Twitter, and I forget his name, but they can get after the quarterback. Just that front four can get after the quarterback. Edward Waters are making some noise. Also, 5 in a row after going 0-3 to start the season. All day on 5 in a row. This is one of the other than Benedict. This is one of the hottest. Benedict and Miles. This is one of the hottest teams in HBCU football. D2. Just alone by what they've been doing. And they in some games they had some luck in, and then in some games where they felt they was dominant. But we shall see, man. And hey, that's the biggest question right there. Who is going to pick up Chennis Berry? Who is going to throw that bag at Chennis Berry? Who is going to throw that bag at Coach Berry, man? That's what I want to know. You said Jaden Broughton. Yes, man. Man, oh my God. Them two bookends on the defense is sick, y'all. They sick. That's why y'all gotta watch HBCU football in Division 2. But But man, we're gonna get into the Division 1 rankings. And on my honorable mention for D2, I have Bowie State that's still sitting at 4-4. Don't count them out. I have Winston-Salem State, who's kind of making some noise in the CIAA. And I also have Albany State right now that's at 4-4. And y'all gotta understand with Albany State, this is Coach Gray's first season as a head coach. So it's going to take him a little bit of time to see what he can get with his team and the pieces that he's going to get around his team. So give him about another year or two to get his players to come in to play his brand of football. But we're gonna go into the D1 rankings, y'all, man. So let's get it going. Starting at my honorable mention, y'all. We got Prairie View that's sitting at 3-4, even though they are sitting atop the SWAC West at 3-1 in conference. The loss against Houston Christian just took me out. Also, the loss against Grambling kind of put a damper into their season right now. But it's a dog-eat-dog world on the west side of the SWAC. Also, we got Hampton coming in at 3-4. They took a huge L to Delaware, 47-3, and we don't want to talk about Delaware because they are full of crap. And at coming in at 3-4 also is Grambling. This, like I said, this is Hugh Jackson's second team and the second year in the team, and On his coach's call, he's been saying like they need to make sure that you gotta be more disciplined out there on the field to eliminate some of those penalties, just costly penalties and turnovers. Got to be more disciplined. Got to have more, think out there on the field. Shout out to Coach Jackson, whose birthday was yesterday. Shout out to you, sir. Didn't know you was an October baby, but man, shout out to Coach Jackson for celebrating his birthday yesterday. Hope you had a good one yesterday. So let's get into it. Coming in at number 10 is Howard at 3 and 4. Look, Howard is. We talked a little bit about this yesterday on the Golden Boot podcast. Shout out to my boy Pooh Bear and Ant and Kobe, who was a guest over there. I was in the chat, but shout out to them. I call Howard a Jekyll and Hyde team, and the reason why I say that is the fact that they get up to play these FBS teams, but sometimes they seem to forget how to play against the FCS. If you get what I mean, if you kind of get what I mean. Now, with the only exception with from how was the Harvard game, and they got whitewashed. They got wiped off the earth in that game. Shout out Blue. Put me on to Charlie DePrimo, who's the quarterback from Harvard. That boy good. That boy good. But Howard comes in, Howard comes in and they defeat that, and it was their homecoming. They defeat Norfolk State 27-23 on a last minute drive. Boom. What's up, Dr. Strong? They celebrated. Hey, they had their wine and cheese for homecoming. Now it's time to come back down to earth. And they got to go up to Dover, Delaware to play Delaware State this weekend. I don't know what time that game is. See what time that game is for Saturday. Oh yeah, so that's an 11 o'clock game. Ooh, I don't know how they play 11 o'clock games. Whitley, you need to start watching them D2 games, man. They are excited. They'll grab your attention. They'll grab your interest. I am the investment, so shout out to Dr. Strong out there. But Howard is coming in back on the winning track, on the winning streak. And like I said, they got Delaware State coming, going up to Delaware, to Dover to play Delaware State this Saturday, 11 o'clock. This game will be on ESPN Plus. Coming in at number 9 is South Carolina State with a 3-4 record, and I'm trying to figure out why did I put South Carolina State up here. Now, this is South Carolina State Bulldogs. I don't have a name for them, so they're gonna just stay the Bulldogs until I find a name for them. But they are coming off a 30. South Carolina State runs off 35 points straight to the dub. And Delaware State had I don't know what they have. But I would say this. Corey Fields is playing like what he played in 21. Backs for SC State are incredible. The kid's name. God, this kid's not the internet. And Casey Fields, yes, they are some dogs. Josh Shaw, man, look, this team is gonna be hard to stop running the ball. I have that feeling for it. And then, like I said, with Corey Fields, not being sacked a lot. He's only had 2 sacks, and those are from the Jackson State game. He still has a little bit high of a turnover interception with 5, but he has strong 8 touchdowns. So it's still good to see that right there. They could, South Carolina State could build off of that, and they are coming into Thursday's game against North Carolina Central in Durham, 6:30. This game will be on ESPNU. Coming in at number 8. Hey, we got the I ain't gonna do my boys like that. We got the Hornets of Big Bama State coming in at number 8. Look, they had a bye week. Didn't have to worry about nothing. They beat Jackson. They beat us this last Saturday. Last Saturday, they beat Jackson State, beat us on a homecoming, but now they got a bye week. Now they're coming into the Magic City Classic, and you see all the shit's talking started with my boy Melanated and and my boy Jay White. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring them up here. They want to come up here, talk their door before and see how it goes. But they got Alabama A&M this weekend down in Birmingham, Steel City, and got them Birmingham, Alabama. That game is on ESPN Plus at 2:30. I wish the game could have been a little bit in the evening time, but I know they want to do all the parties and stuff like that. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is, y'all. Hey, Nick, shout out to Nick Eaton. If you don't know who he is, go on Twitter. His Twitter handle is Hornet Holic. Just like an alcoholic, a Hornet Holic. Yeah, we need 50 subscribers, y'all. Y'all hear the good doctor say, look, let's push this to 2,000, y'all. 2,000 subscribers. We just need 50 more people to tell 50 more people to subscribe to the channel, y'all. But man, look, we gonna get them two up here in a minute after we finish this up. Coming in at number 7, we got Southern University coming in at 4-3. They are coming off a big victory over Bethune-Cookman 28-18 down in Jacksonville. This game was in Jacksonville, Florida. This game was in Jacksonville, Florida. Harold Blood didn't have to do too much. He only threw 50% of his passes. 1 touchdown, one interception, 156 yards, but it was the running game that got everything going against Bethune. Like I said, with Kendrick Grimes, 128 yards on averaging out 5.8 yards a carry, 1 touchdown. Harold Blood with another touchdown, 35 yards on the ground. The big thing about this game right here, the big thing about Southern is they did not they only turned the ball over once, which was twice, which was the interception, and then they also had a fumble. They lost the fumble, but it was one was recovered by Jordan Carter. So they only had 2 turnovers in this game, which is a good thing for Coach Dooley and his guys. And so with this weekend, they do have Texas Southern, who is coming in off a tough loss against FAMU this weekend. This game is at 4:00 in the land of the Red Stick, aka Baton Rouge. Southern is coming. Texas Southern is coming into this game 2-0 in the last 2 years against Southern University, which this game was played in Arlington for the Arlington Football Showdown. So they going back to home campuses, and like I said, this game is in Baton Rouge, 4:00 on this not on TV. I think this might be on HBCU Go. Hopefully that is. But coming in at number 6, we got Alcorn at 4-3. Alcorn coming off of a big victory over Arkansas Pine Bluff, 31-7. In this game, you have Aaron Allen. Like I said, Aaron Allen is probably one of the hottest QBs right now in the SWAC. He has thrown for over 200. He has thrown for 250 yards in almost every game. Hasn't turned the ball over that much. He's only been sacked 12 times. He has 9 touchdowns passing in this game. In the season with over 13, almost 1,400 yards passing. He looks like the QB that McNair should have seen last season, and he's putting out he's putting out tremendous numbers this season. But the biggest thing that we saw on Saturday with Alcorn is the return of Agent Zero, Jarvion Howard. My man had 155 yards on the ground with 11.1 yards per carry and 1 touchdown. Got to get this man the ball. We got to get this man the ball. He has 436 yards on 90 carries, 4 touchdowns with a 4.8 yards per carry. We got, if you Big Mac, you still got to get this man the ball. Even though your quarterback is slinging the ball around, you still got to get this man the ball. He is the engine he is the person that runs the show. But they are going into the game this weekend against Mississippi Valley. Game is at the reservation, 2:00 kickoff. Hopefully this game might be on the Valley Sports Network on YouTube. That'll be Mississippi Valley's YouTube page. Hopefully this game will be on their sports network. So make sure y'all check that out. If it's on there, and if not, make sure if you're close to the stadium, make sure you get you a ticket and go to the stadium and support the schools. Don't matter if you're alum or not, go support them. We got coming in at number 5. We got the Paw Patrol from Huntsville, Texas. I'm about to say Huntsville, Texas. We do got a Huntsville, Texas. Huntsville, Alabama. Coming in from Huntsville, Alabama. Alabama A&M coming in at 4-3. They did this past weekend. They did have a bye week. Also, so like I said, they are getting ready for the Classic against Bama State. So I do have them at number 5 on the list. So I will say this. That boy Xavier Langford ain't no joke, man. I wish I had a sound bite with Rakim. Ain't no joke. He ain't no joke, man. That man had 320 yards of total offense by himself. Hey, Hitman, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you beat A&M this weekend, I will jump you up in the rankings next week. If you beat A&M this weekend, I will jump you up in the rankings. I will jump you up in the rankings. That's my word. I always keep my word on that. Let everybody know I always keep my word. But this is going to be a good game, man. Look, the Magic City Classic, like I said, 2:30 in Birmingham from Legion Field. The old gray lady over in the hood. At 2:30, game on ESPN Plus. Y'all need to check it out. Like I said, coming in at number 4, we got them Blue Bengals. We got the West Side Tigers. We got the boys of 1400 J.R. Lynch Street, Jackson State, coming in at 5-3. We are coming off of a big victory over Mississippi Valley, 21-6, where we saw the starting debut, to be exact, of Jacobian Morgan. Started debut of Jacobian Morgan. Numbers look decent. 20 of 36, 141 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception. He did have 1 fumble in this game, but when he was out on the field, he commanded the offense. The offense looked more fluid when he was out there. When he was out there, the offense looked more fluid as far as running the ball. And he was also the leading rusher with 75 yards on the ground. So he had 216 yards of total offense with 2 touchdowns combined. But we're gonna continue talking about Jacobian because he is an amazing kid. Had him on the show. I did give him my award for the week, the Dump Truck Award. If y'all know what that means, go look it up. Or if you want to see what I meant by that, go look up the play where he scored on his only touchdown. So, so that's the reason why I say that. But I will talk about this defense. 8 sacks, 3 interceptions. 2 of those interceptions by Mr. John Huggins, who I found out on yesterday when we were on the coach's call, that John Huggins was playing the wheel backer, which is the weak side linebacker position. Taught him, and from what I'm hearing, that he put on a little bit more weight to be out there to take a little bit more punishment. Now he is one of the guys that is being looked at by the NFL because he has range as a safety. He could play corner. He could play the weak side of the linebackers position. And I got to give my man his award. In fact, I think I did give him an award yesterday. I think I did give him one yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check on my Twitter feed. Not yet. Not yet. But he was strapped up. He got 2 interceptions. And I mean, we talk about a kid that he left and then he came back, and he was back for the second game of the season against FAMU. Got him in sporadic, you have to ease him back in to fit into the defense, and then when he came, he settled in, and he's been playing lights out for the season. But boy, y'all tripping in the chat. But I did get, like I said, I do have Jackson State at number 4 this week. Like I said, coming off their big win against Mississippi Valley. The defense looks so much better. They're tackling better. Special teams is getting much better. Not having a lot of those hiccups and mistakes that we was having early in the season is getting much better. We just got to get that offense to get revving up, and hopefully with Jacobian starting, we are on the road this weekend again to going to Arkansas to play UAPB at Golden Lion Stadium. That's a 2:00 kickoff, and I think that game is on ESPN Plus, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 2:00 p.m. ESPN Plus. Now, before we get into the top 3, let's go ahead and take a commercial break. Take a commercial break. Brought to you by WeWorkForEverything.org. HBCU OverDrive is proudly sponsored by WeWorkForEverything.org. At WeWorkForEverything.org, this is for those who are trying to build for a dream. With their latest hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, and accessories and more, you can have it all here at a reasonable price. Black owned and operated out of the great state of New York. Like I said, get suited and booted. Check it out at WeWorkForEverything.org. Peace. And we are back. We are back. Like I said, if you didn't listen to the commercial, make sure you go to WeWorkForEverything.org. This channel is being sponsored by them. Make sure you check out the website. Get your hoodies since it's about to be cold outside. Get you a long sleeve shirt. Get you a t-shirt. Be comfortable. And like I said, it's black on, y'all. Go check out the website, WeWorkForEverything.org. So now we are back. Coming in at number 3 is, drum roll, please. Ding. The Rattlers of FAMU. And I'm going to tell you why I got FAMU at number 3. First of all, this is their 5th game. The 5th game where you have started all slow. This is the 5th straight game where you have started off slow. Oh, I ain't trolling. I'm being real. It ain't no trolling. Nah, I don't do the trolling. I let some of my moderators do the trolling. I don't troll. I'm just calling like I see it. But you can get your top 2. You can get your top. You can get your top. You get the top spot back. If you could get your top spot back. I'm and the reason why I'm saying this. The reason why I'm saying this, but shout out to FAMU. Look, y'all, I rag on y'all for not, y'all came to me. Rattler fans, y'all came to me and said, we got this three-headed monster, a running back. You know what I'm saying? You got this man child that's 240 pounds, 245, built like Brandon Jacobs from the Giants. You know what I'm saying? And Jaquez Yank. Then you said you got this slasher in Kelvin Dean, transferred in from Florida Atlantic. Of course, you had Terrell Jennings, who was on the team last season. Y'all couldn't rush. Y'all still you lead the league. You are at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to rushing offense with almost a little bit over 600 yards as a team rushing the ball. What I saw Saturday is take the ball out of Moose's hand, get it out of his hand, and give it to the running backs. And y'all did for 255 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. 5.8 yards a carry. I like that. Don't get me wrong. I like that. Kelvin Dean is a dog. I'm gonna give y'all that. He's a dog. He was rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, but he's a dog. But Mr. Campbell, I asked Coach Simmons yesterday I asked him yesterday on the coach's call about first of all about the offense and the defense. I asked him, and he came up to me. He's like, "Hey, we just building up on as far as with the offense going." I asked him about the slow starts. I asked him about the slow starts. Look, I am Hitman. I am fair. I'm gonna call out your failures, and I'm gonna praise you on what you do right. I am fair. I'm not the type of person that's gonna poo-poo on your parade. Just to be honest, just to be real with you. But I'm not gonna poo-poo on your parade, but as me, watching football and stuff, I see what I see. You can't tell me that you going being down 14-0 against a Texas Southern team which you should be beaten in the first half, and then you could coast in the second half. First half, you got to be dominant. That's the reason why I'm saying that. But you can't be down 14-0, and then of course you scored 7 in the second quarter, so you made the score 14-7 at halftime. Now I would give you this. I don't know what that man be telling these dudes, but they came out in the third quarter and ran 21 straight. They came out in the third quarter and ran 21 straight. And then when we run out 21 straight points in the third quarter, that picks the defense up. I give y'all that. It's 4 quarters, but Mr. Campbell, you can't be lax in the first half in one half and then decide that the next half you want to turn it up, because you're gonna get caught slipping if you keep doing that. If we struggle with Texas Southern, I'm gonna call it out. Hey, look, I am not. Look, I am true blue to the day that I die. But I am fair and I am partial, and I speak what I speak on my show. So we struggled against Bethune-Cookman. We did that. We struggled against Alabama State. Y'all saw what happened with that. I mean, what other team did we struggle with? What other team did we struggle with? Other than Texas State blowing us out the way. I mean, it's valid. Y'all play Valley in Valley. Y'all play Valley in Valley. What has Valley done to folks when they come to Edabina? First of all, they make you play their type of football. We struggled with FAMU for one half. We shut y'all out. We shut you out in the second half. What I'm saying is, everybody in the SWAC has struggled playing against Valley. At some point, if you have played Mississippi Valley in Edabina this season, you have struggled. I'm not starting an argument. I'm just saying. Everybody who plays Valley has struggled against that team. It's always come up to the point where you turn it on, and you got to turn it on when you turn it on. But you just can't sit here and say, yeah, we struggled against Valley. The game was 21-6. We gave up a last minute touchdown. We gave up a last second touchdown. Tell me who does that. We did it. But tell me who else does that. We gave up a last 30-second touchdown. But let's look at our defense for Jackson State. We 8 sacks and 3 turnovers. 31-7. FAMU, y'all blame Valley. Okay, whoop-dee-doo. 21-6, Jackson State, whoop-dee-doo. Either way it goes, we beat the team. We beat Mississippi Valley at Mississippi Valley. I'm just saying this. That's the reason why I got y'all at number 3. I know I'm gonna hear it, and I know I'm gonna hear it from my boys, from my folks over at HBCU Nightly. I know I'm gonna hear it. They're gonna say, why you ain't got them in number 2? No, it's what I saw on TV. It's what I saw and what I continue to keep seeing every game. I criticize for the same thing. I criticize you for the same thing because that's what y'all do every game. I criticize that state for what we do every game. Our special teams has been horrible this season. Our offense has sputtered since the South Carolina State game. We switched out a quarterback late in the season. So what are y'all telling me? Y'all telling me that ain't different. It's the same thing it's the same thing I do with every school. Southern is always going to be either going to be the quarterback or the coach. Alcorn is always going to be, what did the QB do? Did you stop the running game? And what was the defense? Was the defense porous out there? Prairie View, what is Trayvon Conley doing out there? Valley, can you muster up offense with this freshman QB? We're not hoping, wishing you fail. I just want to see a complete game from first quarter to the fourth quarter, first, second, third, and fourth. I just want to see a complete game where nobody is struggling against a team that you are supposed to beat. That's the reason why I do have you at number 3. But you never know. I might have you at number 2. You might get the number 1 spot after Thursday. You never know what happened this weekend. You never know what will happen this weekend. Oh, we got the uncle up. We got my Uncle Willie coming up in here. You never know what's happening this weekend. But before we do that, I'm gonna get into number two. Number two, I got Tennessee State. Yeah, yes, that same Tennessee State that has Eddie George as their head coach, the same Tennessee State that has run off, ooh, three straight games. No, three straight games. Yeah, three straight games. Even though, yes, they played the high school team, Lincoln, California. A win is a win. And oh, by the way, y'all playing that same team, right? Y'all playing that same team, right? All right. I just want to check. I'm gonna say it like this: you gotta get to the Celebration Bowl. Y'all saying y'all get to the y'all going to the Celebration Bowl. You gotta get hell. You gotta get to the Flag Championship game. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there. Y'all saying y'all going to the Celebration Bowl. Hell, you still got to play the SWAC championship game. If we ain't have a championship game, shit, y'all probably will go to the Celebration Bowl. Just from this. Randy is tripping. Brandy, you tripping. All right, y'all go to the SWAC championship game. Cool. And I'm cool with that. But you still got that part right there. But I got Tennessee State coming in at number 2. Yes, I like what they're doing. Their schedule favors them, and everybody's going to say, well, they got to get out of the OVC. Well, hell, right now, to me, it looks like they are winning in the OVC. They had Lindenwood this weekend at 2:00. That's ESPN Plus. Their game is from Nashville, Tennessee. Like I said, last weekend they played against Lincoln, California, dominated, beat them 54-0. And I mean, it's just a tune-up game. It's one of them things that's a tune-up game. And what I'm looking at as far as what their conference goes, you see UT Martin is still sitting at the top 3, 6-1 overall. SEMO is coming around. They won their last 3 games after starting off 0-4. And then you have Tennessee State sitting at 5-2 overall, 1-1 in the conference. So look, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I like this Tennessee State team, and they'll probably get a bid for the playoff if they continue to win and dominate. And their schedule has, I mean, the only team that they might have an issue with is Eastern Illinois, but that will be a good game to watch right there. So I mean, understand. So like, look, they defeated Norfolk State 24-17. They beat Kennesaw. They lost to UT Martin by 10. They defeated Gardner Webb by 2. They beat the only other loss they had was against Notre Dame. That was the first game of the season, 56-3. But other than that, and I wouldn't even count that Notre Dame game. Other than that, they are 5-1. After that UT Martin lost, they ran out 3 straight. That's the reason why I got them at number 2. And coming in at number 1, and still the reigning defending HBCU national champs is North Carolina Central. At 6-1, they had a dogfight with Morgan State with the Bears last Thursday on ESPNU. They won the game 16-10. Morgan State did make their game ugly with their defense, but they made the game even uglier with with an anemic offense. But Central does have they do have a big game this Thursday again against South Carolina State. Again, that game is on ESPNU, live from Durham, North Carolina, from what my boy called The Nest. Let me get my boy, my Uncle Willie up here. What's going on, Unc?
What's going on, Doc? I really appreciate you taking my call, and I'm gonna be nice tonight. But I got some stuff to get off my chest because the main people that I want to tell this to, they on here. First of all, no. I'm serious. I'm serious about what I'm about to say. Look, I've been competitive. I've been competitive ever since I was 6 years old. Mm-hmm. I fought in 4 Mississippi Open karate tournaments, and I ain't never lost. Been playing football and baseball all my life. All my life. I speak 3 languages, so my intelligence level is up there. It's pretty high. Now, Saturday, I called into She Loves Thee show. I didn't mean no disrespect. Doc. I think he was on there when I said she's my favorite. When I said she's my favorite football chick. Mr. Campbell had something to say. See, I know this. I know the English language, Brother Campbell, and I don't need nobody telling me what I said derogatory. Now, if you think I'm gonna apologize for something, you can shit in one hand and wish in the other. I'm going to tell you this. What bothers me, Doc, is these non-athletic, band geek ass niggas get on here and they want to be football experts after they grown. I'm sorry if it hurt your feelings, but see, you mess with me, I'm a Scorpio. I'm going to tell you how I feel. They mammoths didn't let them play football. They mammoths didn't let them play football. They let them play basketball because they were afraid they were gonna get hurt. But now they get grown, they want to be a fucking band. They want to be a fucking football expert. See, that's the type. See, when you go and meet people, and these coaches and these players don't be wanting to talk to people, they're not being assholes. They don't want to waste their time talking to a person that don't know what the F they talking about. It's just like trying to teach calculus to a person that can't count to 10. It's effing useless. And I just had to get that off my chest, man. I wouldn't waste my time with these people. I'm sorry, Doc. I didn't mean to make it like that, but that I couldn't rest for the last couple of days because that rubbed me the wrong way. That rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't mean nothing derogatory about what I said. I'm just saying stats is one thing, but stats is not indicative of how the game is played. Our team, Jackson State offense, stopped responding to Jason Brown after the second half of the FAMU game. Facts. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you done brought up on your program about the offense and defense that's facts. When a brother know what they talking about, I don't have no problem with it. But when these non-athletic, band geek ass son of guns, SOBs, try to act like they experts, that's what gets on me. I've been athletic my whole life, my brother. All my whole life. I'm 56 years old and I still do 5 miles of cardio every day. I'm in good shape. So if I'm not going to talk about something that I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say it. I just keep my mouth closed. I just had to get that off my chest. I'm sorry, Doc, if that interrupted anything, but I had to get it off because I know a lot of people in here listening, and the people that need to hear it, they heard it. Thank you, Doc. You have a good program, and I'll see you next time, bro.
All right, man, my uncle let the clip out on everybody. He said he ain't leaving nobody left behind. He ain't. Oh man. But I got number 1 North Carolina Central. Oh my goodness, babe. Boy. Let's get these let's get the A&M and the Bama State folks up here because we need some trash talk for this weekend. Hey, Melanator, come on up here, man. Let me hear what you got for these for the Paw Patrol. And yes, it is Scorpio season. Woo! Woo! Oh my goodness! Shout out to my Shout out to the Texas Rangers. I told y'all, a team from Texas is going to be in the World Series. What's going on, Melanated?
What's up, boss? Peace and blessings, man. Everything going with you, bro?
Peace and blessings, man. Peace and blessings. But hey, you said you on retribution season right now.
Well, retribution season. That's Morgan State. That's Banks. For
That's
me,
bank. Oh, my bad.
for me, they know what this is. This is all day, every day. This is forever, bro. This is forever. They know what it is. I mean, we ain't even trying to sugarcoat it. I mean, ain't no sense even playing around with it. I don't know about the Burgundy boys and Normal, but they know what this is. The funeral is set. The repast is set. They got to get this work.
My man said he gotta get to work. And look, if you ain't seen, I'm gonna tell people, if y'all ain't seen my man put out the why you gotta do, man, why you have to put red on with the 5 heartbeats, man? I was at work down there about to drop my drop my stuff. I was like, dude put out the 5 heartbeats, and the yellow and the hornet was red. Oh my god!
Just stay tuned, brother. Just stay tuned. I got more in the clip.
He said, "Man, I'm like, bro, it's Tuesday. You with Mike, man."
Oh yeah. I mean, it started on Sunday, bro.
Oh, I see that. I see that. I was like, yo, what? Oh, hold on now.
It got to happen.
I didn't know y'all got that like that. I
mean, think about it like this, bro. I heard all the talking all year long. They know who they are. I ain't even gotta call them out by name. They know who they are. We follow each other. It's all love when it's everybody else. But this particular weekend, every year, all bets is off. All bets is off.
Where my boy Jay White at? Because I need to hear from the Paw Patrol.
They're probably getting that flea powder applied, bro. Hey, you gotta apply that look, if you don't put the flea powder on in enough time, you tend to start itching. Just saying.
Man, ain't nobody up here to vouch for that. So, and then you got man out there barking like a dog, and I'm like, hey, man.
Look, he got his rabies shot. However, that's not gonna help him this weekend. We're gonna go ahead and put him down and be done with it, and we're gonna move on to the next one.
Oh, Jay White, you up here? Come on up here. Come on up here. I'm putting the link in the chat. Come on up here. I got to understand what's up with this rivalry right here, because I talked to Dr. Brian, who's the AD for A&M, and he's like, hey, we got to come up here, we got to take care of business and stuff like that. But I know Bama State, y'all don't want what, the last 2?
Hey, we got to do what we got to do. I will say this. I think it's going to be a good game. All jokes aside, this will be a very important game in the SWAC,
right?
Because from a FAMU perspective, FAMU wants Alabama State to win this game. Should they have any trouble down the road or anything like that, but it's a very important game, not only to Bama State nation, as well as to A&M nation, but just the SWAC overall. Because again, this is the largest HBCU classic. It's the largest Black family reunion, as it's called. So, I mean, it's going to be all business, but it's going to be all fun as well. And it is my hope and prayer. Again, all jokes aside, it is my hope and prayer that everything goes well. Everybody is safe. There's no craziness, no foolishness. I just want everybody to, come out, have a good time, enjoy themselves, and, make sure everybody goes home peacefully.
Right. And I know this is the one of the largest classes that's being played, and it's played late in the season, which is a good thing too because it helps out both schools. Also, you be telling me, man, you be on that grill out there doing the tailgates, like
Man, normally that's for like home games. Man, I hadn't tailgated in Classic in so long, man, because there's so much that goes on, and you really can't enjoy your Classic if you're out tailgating. I mean, just for me and my family, because we do so much. Um, Home games, I mean, we're literally on campus by 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean, grill is lit at that time. Magic City Classic, man, I gotta do what I gotta do, bro. I gotta be able to enjoy myself. My wife likes to enjoy it as well. So but it's so much that goes into tailgating, and to have to take all that stuff away, because just the traffic alone, trying to get in and out of the stadium with a large grill, I mean, it's almost impossible, man. So you talking about coming in on a Wednesday with your equipment, you really not leaving out really to probably about Sunday morning, because it's just that busy. So I just haven't done it in a lot of years, bro.
oh, okay. But yeah, man. Woo, he said it's time to knuckle up. I'm waiting on for my guy to come up here. He was up here just a second ago, but I'm waiting on for him to come on up here. He said
He
he's
can't
trying to get
do
up
it, bro. He can't do it. It is what it is, man.
here.
He can't do it. I mean, I get it. I get it. I'm gonna tell you what it is, Doc. They're keeping their mouth closed right now. So should they win, they're gonna be all gas. But see, I'm the type, I'm all gas, win or lose. So you're gonna get it regardless, whether it be
See,
Sunday before the game or Sunday after the game. You getting it regardless.
hey man, I already know, man. Shoot, as much as we be on that on our group chat, and we talk noise with each other, and I just see, man, my boy. Shout out to my boy Markham Banks, Morgan State, and him and Erica be going at it from Howard and Morgan State. Like it's like Hatfields and McCoys up in here.
You got to
You
be,
know,
man. That's what it is. Oh, it was another thing I wanted to say too, man, before I let you go, man, because I gotta write this paper.
nah, go
Uh
ahead.
Last weekend, man, I will say Jacoby and Morgan, from what I saw,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm being honest, this is just from my perspective. I think Jacoby and Morgan should have been the quarterback at least 3 or 4 games ago. And the
I think
reason why I
so
say
too.
that is because he is, the brother's built like a tank. And if you can put the right scheme together, and I would say, I would go as far as to say this: if Jackson State, based off of the personnel that they have, I would go as far as to say, if they ran an offense similar to what, say, Michigan runs, that tight bunch formation, but you
Mm-hmm.
got your speed guys are on the outside, but you run that power offense with the quarterback like that, and his ability to gain minimum 3, 4 yards to carry just by leaning forward, bro, that's a dangerous team in the waiting. But I look
Yeah.
forward to see what TC can do with that team, though.
Oh no, yeah. They say he had he had a broken hand early in the season. That's the reason why
I
it
got
took
you.
him. Yeah, it took him a while. But you know, for him to be in this offense, for him to run this offense, out, you would need somebody like that to run this offense.
Yeah,
And you can't teach 6'4", 235 pounds right there. You don't teach that right there.
you can, bro.
That's God given ability right there. So
And he ain't running scared. That's the thing that
that's the thing. He ain't
it's
running
a
scared.
difference between him and Jason Brown. Don't know how to slide. I don't, for God knows, I don't even know what that was he was doing. I thought the brother was about to dislocate his whole lower body with him trying to slide. But Morgan, it ain't no sliding in his game, bro. He legit.
So, right. And so, like I said, when I watched the game on Saturday, and like I said, it was against Valley. Valley does that to everybody. It doesn't matter who Valley, it doesn't matter who it is. Valley's gonna do that to everybody.
And they're a scary team.
I mean,
they're not, because it's the way they play and where they play.
Yeah.
If you play them at home, I mean, for anybody that has never been to Itabena, Mississippi, and saw that field,
boy,
man,
y'all be thinking, boy, you're gonna have to have hot socks on and bug repellent. Like for real. I've been, like I said, I've been to Valley so many times. It was so many times. In fact, my oldest daughter's mother is a Valley graduate, and we talk, when it comes down to it, we talk much noise when it comes down to it. But I just know how it is. And I just know how they play out there. The grass is high. They have it high for a reason because they ain't got to go out there to cut all the time. It fits them. Like it's like going into there and you think that you're gonna come out sweet with a blowout victory. You got another thing coming.
And that actually takes away your speed, man. When you have grass that high, that does something to your speed guys, because they don't have the same mobility. Now your big guys, it is what it is, but your speed guys, I mean, that's another element that you deal with. And God knows if you play them opening up the season with that humidity, I wouldn't want to put that on nobody. But later in the season, it probably gets better. But just the grass alone, I mean, that's that element that you got to deal with if you play them. But they're just a tough bunch. And what, Kendrick Wade is, doing with that group, I give them another 3-4 years, if that long. I mean, I wouldn't count Valley as a guaranteed win on anybody's schedule.
True. Shout out to Valley. They are supposed to be getting a new scoreboard coming in, man. So shout out to them. So they getting all the stuff that they need, and hopefully they have be more competitive when it comes to football. So it is what it is. But I like what is going on at Valley. And hopefully that Coach Wade continues that, try to bring some excellence and some some victories to that team because they need it. But if y'all down, I don't think my boy Jay White he trying to get up on here. He's trying to get his mic fixed, but we can do this on Thursday. We can get the rumbling on Thursday because y'all are my game of the week for the SWAC. Y'all my second game of the week for the SWAC. And then for the MEAC, it's on Thursday. It's SC State and Central. And then other than that, I don't think nobody else it can in HBCU unless it's in D2. And like I said, watching D2 football, you'll start appreciating a little bit more than what we see in the SWAC and the MEAC. You'll appreciate it a little bit more.
Hey Doc, you can let them know it's still gonna be smoke on Thursday, and they probably should have came up tonight, because Thursday I'm pulling out the hollow points, dog.
Ooh.
Going right through them with it.
Snap. So
you
we
tell them
gonna
I
do it.
said it.
All right, we're gonna do it on Thursday. I'm gonna hit both of y'all up on Twitter. I'm gonna hit him up on Twitter also. We're gonna do it on Thursday. So y'all get your best. Hey, we talking trash Thursday night, y'all.
Hey, let's do it, man. Hey, bro, be blessed, man. I gotta run, man. Y'all take care.
All right, man. You be blessed, bro.
All right, bro.
Hey, Jay White, we're gonna get it cracking on Thursday night, on Thursday evening. If that's good, if that's cool with you, that way we can get you set up with your mic and everything. That's cool. If you think that's cool, give me a thumbs up. And chill out. Calm down. But anyway, man, that is my top 10. All right, you have it ready for Thursday. We gonna have it set up for Thursday. And make sure you tell all your people. What's up, Doc?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Look, I want to respond to your. I got a cold right now, but
Uh-oh.
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Um, FAMU starts slow because they are trying to attack the other team's strengths and weaknesses, and then makes those changes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's why they start slow. Do you agree with that?
I can see that. I can agree with that. But you know what I'm saying, and my whole thing is that is they start slow, but it's been going on for like 5 weeks in a row, and I don't, you know what I'm saying, like, um, because you like in a sense you had an offense that's built around it. You can start off fast. I mean, you can throw a team, you could throw a team to death, or you could run a team to death. Like you have the ingredients to do that on both ends, and then you also have the ability with your special teams because you got a guy. In fact, you might have two guys that can actually take it back to the house at any given moment. Um, but I just want to make sure, like, I just want to know, like, in the sense, being at 5 weeks in a row where it's starting off slow is kind of like sometimes do you have to change up something um before the game to make sure that it's implemented, or throughout the week, or you know what I'm saying? It's things that I'm asking. It's questions that I'm asking.
So it could be it's just the makeup of the team. This is how they
Mm-hmm.
roll. So I wouldn't take it as bad or good. It's just that they are filling the other team out. And I think that's the strategy with the team. So the problem with that is just make sure that you can figure it out by halftime. If not, you're gonna be in
Right.
trouble. That's the downside. But anyway, I gotta go. I gotta take care of this cold, but I wanted to
Oh
call
no,
you.
you go ahead. Take care of that cold, man.
All right,
Get rid of it.
all right, later.
All right. That's the good doctor right there. And I see my other doctor up in here, Dr. Lori. How you doing, Dr. Lori? We still waiting on for the stuff to come in. We still waiting on for the other stuff to come in. but when it comes in, I will be decked out in green and orange and green, peas and carrots. That's what my daughter calls him, though. She called him. She's like, she's like, Daddy, you took a bet. I was like, yeah. She said, What was the bet? I said, well, I gotta wear colors of another school. And she said, what's the colors of the school? And I said, orange and green. And she was like, Daddy, you mean to tell me you gotta wear the colors of peas and carrots? I said, yeah. I was like, she's like, Daddy, that don't even look right. She said that don't even look right. But she's like, whatever floats your boat. Uh that was my little line from what she said my 8-year-old was talking about. But okay, Dr. Lord, you did say after homecoming, so we will have it going on at the homecoming. I will wear it. I will have my calamine lotion. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. And if you give me a hat, I wear a size 8. If it's a fitted hat, I wear a size 8 because my hair won't do right wearing a snapback. But I love hats too. So um but other than that, we about to roll up out of here tonight. I appreciate everybody for jumping on. Uncle Willie, Dr. Strong, my boy Melanated. We're gonna get on this thing on Thursday for the trash talk, the Magic City Classic trash talk between Alabama A&M and between um Alabama State. Dr. Strong, Dr. Lord, Dr. Strong wants you to call in. I'm gonna send you the link. But other than that, um yeah, you too young to be going to a day party for the old people. So it's Scorpio season. If Dr. Lori comes on here, it's cool. If not, we can. It's all good too. We can have it out on Thursday, and then we'll have a full rundown next week when all the homecoming festivities for FAMU um, are over with. And she's gonna come up here and she's gonna tell us the rich history about Florida A&M. And I'm gonna have on my green and orange. But other than that, y'all, we can get this going on Thursday. But Thursday, make sure y'all tune in. All the folks from Alabama A&M and Alabama State, y'all are invited for the trash talk. Make sure y'all tune in for that. Um, I know all the FAMU folks gonna be on here because they homecoming, but they gonna be lit. Oh, you got Dr. Lori on here. Got Dr. Lori. How you doing, Dr. Lori?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I still have my True Blue on. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, I told you I was gonna hook you up, and I am, because homecoming is this weekend. We have like, oh my God, so many vendors, and so I'm gonna buy you some nice quality stuff. So don't be down on my stuff now.
I ain't gonna down it. I ain't gonna down it. I'm just saying with the hat, I don't wear me particularly, I don't wear a snapback because I got a whole bunch of hair and it don't even look right on me. I wear
Okay.
fitted, so I wear a size 8. If you give me a fitted hat, it's a size 8. I got a big ass
Okay.
head.
Well, I tell you what, I send you a care package too, and because I do want to support your channel, so I'll make sure I send you enough stuff and send you a donation to the help your channel out.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah,
Uh,
no
we,
problem.
we
See, that's a
appreciate that.
rattler now. We're gonna help you out as much as we can. I appreciate you too with
But
having your
but you
platform.
but you know what though? It besides it being a rally, it's a HBCU family that's helping out another family
Yeah,
member. So
yeah, it
it doesn't
is.
even
Cause
have to be a rattler, don't have to be a bulldog or a hornet or a devil or even a tiger. And there's plenty of us tigers around here. But it's
I
all,
know that's
we
right.
all family.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you this. One of my dear closest friends went to Jackson State. Yes, we
Hmm.
been friends. She recently I really had like, oh my God, she recently passed like a week and a half ago, but her and I
Wow.
had been friends for, yeah, she went to Jackson State back in the day. So I have some very good friends from JSU. Matter of fact, when I went to Meharry, one of my when I was getting ready to pledge Delta, some of my Delta sisters, sorors, were from Jackson State. So,
Okay.
so I have a lot of friends from JSU. But what I wanted to tell you was this is my 40th year of class reunion at Florida A&M. So
All
I can't
right.
believe it's been 40 years, but I'm actually celebrating 40 years of walking on that campus. So I'm excited about
Man.
returning class reunion. I know, oh my God, I'm officially an old head now. So so
My
I'm looking
mom,
forward.
I just have to think about that. My mom graduated high school in 1980. She had me in 1979. So I'm like, you walking on the campus in 1983. I was 4 years. I was getting ready to turn 4 years old when you walked those hallowed halls, that hallowed ground in
Yeah,
Tallahassee.
yeah. Yes, I'm an old rattling, but I'm appreciative of the experience that I had at the HBCU. That was the only school when I was 17, that was the only school I ever even applied to even think about going to. Because at first, my family is so well indoctrinated into the school. I tell people this story all the time. My grandfather back in the day, he sold a cow so my uncle could attend FAMC. So we've
Mm,
been in the school since it was a college,
uh,
or even
mm-hmm,
well, a lot of my family's from Panama City, Florida, and we have the Wilson barber shop. So a lot of our family are barbers and preachers. So they all
mm.
have attended Florida A&M back in the day. So so it just came full circle for me to attend, and then my sister to come behind me, and then my niece after that. So yeah, we all went to FAM.
See, like when I get ready to graduate high school, my choices for schools were um Arizona State. I'll try to figure out how I had Arizona State on my
Mhm.
list. University of Utah, I was scratching my head about that. Cole College, which is a private liberal arts college in Iowa. I think it's in Clinton, Iowa. Um, they had a good mass communications program because that was my major at the time. Um, and then for my HBCUs, of course, Prairie View, because living in the house with my aunt who is a Prairie View alum and know everything about being on the Alta Vista plantation, I was like, I would consider it, but hey, y'all want to, I'm like, y'all, this in the 90s, y'all wasn't winning no football games. Yeah, I'm the type of person like I just want to go to a school that actually wins something. And I was in the band too, so I was considering playing in the band there. Um, the other schools were North Carolina A&T. My mom didn't want me to go that far. She didn't want me to go that far. Uh,
Mhm.
Florida A&M.
Oh, okay.
Florida A&M was on my list, and then
Good.
Jackson State came at the last second. Um, and so I always said that um Jackson State got me, and then the next year, FAMU got my little cousin, um, in '98, and so she's also a Delta too. She plays Delta at FAMU. She's a
Okay,
teacher
she stayed
now.
out.
She's a
She
teacher
stayed
at
out. Okay.
yeah, she's a teacher in Chicago now. but we have a little small rivalry. My instrument that I played the trumpet, and then I played the French horn, so I was versed in both instruments. Um, but yeah, Jackson State came calling at the last second, and I took the Jackson State. I took the Jackson State initiative, and here I am.
Oh, that's cool.
20. I walked that campus in the summer of 1997, and I fell in love with the campus. And I was like, I wish I could do it all over again the way that it was before, but I know how it is now. And uh, the fact that my stepson is going to, is an actual student at Jackson State. also it lighted my hearts up. But um it lights my heart up that we have a lot of my family members are, we went to different schools ranging from Prairie View, Texas Southern. I got a nephew at Langston right now that plays in the band there. Cousins went to Grambling. um uh One of my classmates went to Southern University. My Another cousin went to Alcorn. Of course, my cousin went to FAMU. Another cousin went to Howard. um just having people in my family. One went to Wiley, another went to Paul Quinn. Aunt went to the old Bishop College before they closed down. So yeah, it's all HBCUs is all through my veins. I got a nephew at Clark, Atlanta too, so it's all through our veins. So we gonna keep that tradition going, and with the next generation, especially with my youngest baby, I'm gonna push her to go to a HBCU.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna force it on her, but I'm gonna tell her like, hey, we got stuff too. And don't get me wrong, your mother, she went to your mother went to Houston Baptist, but it ain't like what you're not gonna get that same experience that your mother
Yeah,
got.
well, I can tell you a story real funny. So when my niece was getting ready to go to college, she got indoctrinated. My sister lives in Atlanta. My sister is an attorney, and she went to FAMU undergrad, and she went to a predominantly white law school. And
Mm-hmm.
when my niece got ready to apply to college, she applied to, Spelman, she applied to FAMU, I think USC, University of Miami. And so when she went to that Spelman thing, they indoctrinate those young ladies. They did the overnight, and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to Spelman." And my sister looked at how much it costs to go to Spelman. She was like, huh, "You gonna go to FAMU because it's gonna cost me half the money it's gonna cost for you to go to Spelman." And oh, my
Right.
niece didn't want to go, didn't want to go. She didn't want to go to FAMU. I don't want to go to no FAMU. So she got in, and then my sister was like, "We gonna just take her to the campus, and we gonna let her stay." She went to the summer program, like in the summer. And
Mm-hmm.
so what they say is just drop them off. Just drop them off, and
And
FAMU
they'll
gonna
take
do
care
the
of it.
rest. So we dropped her off that summer, and it was like, oh, she didn't think about Spelman no more.
Yeah.
She was totally into being a rattler.
Oh
So
yeah.
that was successful for us because we was like, who got that Spelman money?
I was
Right.
telling I
So
was telling my sister like, yo, you got that Clark Atlanta money? She's like, nope, but he got that scholarship money right there. So it was
yeah,
one
because
of
I
the
tell you,
things.
it's a lot of money. So let me just, because I know y'all gonna talk about some, but let me just close out with this. Someone asked me the other day about what were my views on student debt and
Mm-hmm.
what did I think about it, and would I encourage students to they asked me would I do it again, because I had a lot of debt, from you know getting the degrees that I've gotten. I didn't have too much out of getting out of FAMU. I think I had one student loan, but when I graduated from Harry medical school, I had a lot of enormous student debt. And then I
Right.
did what we call a postdoctorate. So I got a extra degree after my doctorate. And then after that, I went again and got a forensic degree. So I have about 4 degrees, and I had enormous student debt. And someone was asking me, would you do that again? Would you do go to school? Because I got the debt off me now after years, over 25 years of
Mm-hmm.
paying student loans. And I was just blessed to, I was in what we call the loan forgiveness program. And I had been in that for years,
Right.
paying off this debt. And so people don't understand. A lot of times you have a whole bunch of student debt that nobody knows about, right? So I've been paying
Mm-hmm.
and paying it for years, over 25 years. And then what you do in the loan forgiveness program, every year you have to submit your income, and then they would decide how much money you had to pay. So I was paying that for years and finally got that debt off me. I even did loan repayment, which they sent me to a underserved site in which I practiced there for years with public health. And so someone's
Mm-hmm.
asking me, would you encourage students now to inquire the student debt that you have inquired, and would you do it again? Now, I'm going to say, I would do it again for me, even though I didn't know what the end result was going to be, that I was going to get it, paid off and everything. But would I encourage students to take on debt to get a degree? And the answer is no. If
Mm.
you cannot find an entity to pay for your student loans, or actually pay for you to go to school, or you can need to research how to get a scholarship, then no, I wouldn't encourage anybody to do that, because it's years later that you're still under this debt. And it's almost like you're like what I consider to be an indentured servant,
Right.
and you got the degree, but you owe so much money for the degree. So I would
Mm-hmm.
not encourage people to do that. As a matter of fact, I work with some students now trying to write recommendations for them, and we look into other things for them to get like a scholarship. Like one young lady, I wrote a recommendation for her with the military, so they can pay
Mm-hmm.
her way through medical school. So we got our fingers crossed, or hoping that she gets that. And there's another thing called the National Health Service Corps. And National Health Service Corps will actually pay for you your years in professional school, and then you give them 2 years at an underserved site, and so you don't have any debt. So I just not would not encourage anybody to do that now, not
Right.
for them. I just wouldn't do that, because it's just too much, the student debt that these people are graduating with. And then when you graduate with a lot of student debt, it predicates how you gonna live, what job you
Mm-hmm.
gonna take, and how you gonna live. And I just think that's not. I never thought I would say this, but I don't think that's worth it. I don't think that you should just mortgage off your future and paying all this money to the federal government for a
Right.
degree. And I really think that they should have ways to help people pay for their if it's not grants, it need to be scholarships. And if somebody need to be paying your way through school. And I encourage everybody to find a way to get someone to pay for you to go to school. And there are different organizations that I know I'm aware of that can help you not encourage that debt.
Right. Hey, it's something that people need to learn about. Our young folks need to learn about this, and got to be real. You have to be real savvy when it comes to how much to take out for loans, when to take it out, um, and stuff like that. So we now I wish some of the stuff that we teaching now, I wish they would have taught us then, because when you 17,
Mhm.
18 years old, and you see you getting back this amount of money that you ain't never got back like that, it's like, shoot, what I'm about to get. It's like, you know what I'm saying, ding
Mhm.
ding ding, shopping spree done came up in your head and stuff. So but now we got to be financially, you have to be financially literate to know
Mhm.
what to do and what not to do when it comes to stuff like that. Like my best
Yeah.
friend,
Mhm.
she was telling me about a student loan she had to pay back, and um she trying to tell her, like, she was like, yep, I gotta pay it back, and I don't know, and start paying it back, but I don't want to have it deferred and stuff. But I mean, that just hurt, and she's always gonna be like that. But I wish we just, back then, we wish we could have had that same type of uh tutelage and knowledge. But um sometimes I'd say that like this, it is what it is. It happened, and all we have to do is just try to make sure that we can get it, straight and fixed, and it, won't be any type of problems later on down the line, especially with that type of debt that you have.
Yeah, and so I encourage people. I can't see the chat right now, but I encourage people in the chat, if you do have student loan debt, please, please, please check into it, because I even was able to help my niece. She just graduated. President Biden has this program now that you can get $10,000 taken off your
Right.
debt. So you need to there's deadlines. And one thing about it, there's stipulations. That means you can't default on this stuff. And I tell people all the time, these people, if you die, they try to go after your
Your folks.
assets.
Yeah.
Yes. So you can't get from student loan debt. You have to figure out a way how to deal with these people. So check into everything that you can, program or anything, to get some of that debt off of you, because right now is the time to do it, because I don't know how long it's going to last, but I know that you should check into it and apply, and just let them tell you though, but at least apply and see whether you can slip in there and get some debt taken off of you, because I'm telling you, these folks don't care. They will hound you, and then if you die, they're gonna hound your people. So make sure you find a way to get from under that stuff. No matter how you do it, find a way to do it. Just apply. I encourage my front desk, my receptionist. She had about $10,000 in student debt. She went to Alabama State, but she didn't finish. And
Oh
so I
yeah.
told her, I said, listen, you need to apply for this. And she was like, well, Dr. Wilson, I don't know. I said, you'll apply for it anyway. So I had her fill it out. She sent it in, and then they came back and told her, well, no, you don't really qualify this, but listen, we're going to go ahead and take off a little bit of that. So she don't owe 10,000, she owes 7, just for
That's
her
good.
sending it in. And so I
That's
said,
good.
see, this is what you got to do. I said, because you got to get out of this stuff, out of this debt, because it really predicates what job you're going to take and how you're going to live.
Right.
Yeah, so I encourage
And it's
people
good.
that.
And it's good to know. And we're gonna have to have a master's class about on this, and might get it started after next. We might do it. I might just go ahead and start doing it next week on my next off day. That way I can have it planned out and stuff like that, and we can go in here and actually talk about some of the stuff that we'll talk about tonight. But I know it's getting late.
Well, thank you so much for allowing me to come on. I'm gonna go ahead. Don't forget, I'm gonna hook you up next week. So wish me a good homecoming, and make sure that we win, right? We're gonna win. And I appreciate you. And like I said, don't worry, I'm gonna hook you up with some really nice stuff.
All right, doctor. You have a good one.
Okay, have a good one. Good night.
All right, good night. And after that, y'all, I bid y'all adieu. Back on this thing Thursday evening. Be blessed, stay safe, and always make sure you hug your loved ones, because, like I said, one day they here, and the next day they gone. I am Doc Holliday. I am the voice of HBCU culture. This has been the HBCU OverDrive Top 10 Live Show. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share this clip or this whole show with other folks so we can get the subscriber count up. Make sure you donate to the channel, and make sure that you are welcome. We make sure that you are welcome here in this space, where this space is protected. But again, I bid y'all adieu. See you on Thursday. Peace.